Hello and welcome back to my video clip. Here I am at my very special place. In winter this place is absolutely gorgeous. It's got waterfalls running through all of it. But now being summer in Australia, it's pretty dry. In winter this is a great place to come to purify because when you have water it always helps to purify. And I found that with the intense energies building up to this full moon, that we are right in the middle of it. The full moon has 3 days. Now we are on the second day of full moon. Tomorrow is the third day of full moon. But I found that what really has helped with the intense build-up of this full moon is the cleansing with water. I actually managed to visit the beach twice. So swimming in the ocean has been absolutely great. Otherwise, have a bath. Anything that has to do with water, and also internally drinking lots of water. That helps a lot. Exercising. Many of us have experienced this lead up to this full moon, and this full moon especially, concerning relationships. And funnily enough, this full moon also happened to be on Valentine's Day yesterday as well, which is about relationships and love. And I don't know if anyone has read my previous post, but this is now really the time where we realize that the old paradigm of relationships doesn't really fit in with where we are at the moment. I can say it only so many times. The most important relationship is with yourself. And if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, as you know, it is really hard to make that relationship happen with someone else, because you will constantly be looking for that partner to fill that void that you need to find within yourself, and then you can actually start making connections that are meaningful and not based on neediness or clinginess. I found that this full moon brought up a lot of confrontation with letting go of those old paradigms of relationships. I also heard from several people that are currently dealing with relatives or friends passing. Relationships are falling apart left, right and center. People are really sort of waking up to the idea that, hey, I have the power, I do not own anyone my power. And it's a beautiful thing to do and to live through, because you are actually responsible for your happiness. I have sort of contemplated the topic of relationships and love a lot lately, and I have realized, or come to the realization, that I love a lot of people in my life, and it is sort of a really beautiful thing to be able to share myself, being my true self with other people, because I don't want to just limit it to one person. This doesn't mean that you have to be physically involved with someone, but to give them your true self, to be vulnerable, that is the ultimate gift to bring to a relationship, to bring yourself into a relationship, and for that you need to know yourself. And so this full moon has been a lot about that, and I don't know, I could go on about relationships forever, I think, because I'm sort of experiencing a breaking away with my partner at the moment, who's also the father of my child. It doesn't mean I don't love him, but we love each other enough to set each other free, and to sometimes people, when they start waking up to their individuality, they realize, oh, I want to do all these things, that I needed other people before to make me happy, and now you can do them yourself. You can do the courses that you wanted to do, you can study the things you want to do, you can work at the jobs that you ever wanted to work at. if you are stuck in a job at the moment, which is also a relationship, and you're not happy with it, now is the time to actually just say, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I only live once in this reality, and I want to make this life exciting and juicy. And yeah, I'm sure that this moon brought also these sort of issues up with jobs, not just with relationships. Um, if you find people that are draining in your life as well, because we do have ultimately with everyone a relationship, I think it is also now the time to speak your truth and to tell them how you feel about them, because you you know you just want to have authentic connections. And yeah, so all this is sort of coming up at the moment. And if you do go through any of the scenarios, I can tell you now, you're not alone. It seems like the whole world is going through something along the lines of relationship and breaking away old paradigms. Yeah, but everyone is just dealing with it in their own way. Some in front of closed doors and others in front of open doors. And yeah, but it is definitely happening everywhere at the moment. Um, Connecting to nature, grounding with your barefoot um, on the soil helps definitely. Also, if you get the chance to get out tonight and look at the moon and actually just be with the moon, um, it is it is a very beautiful thing to do, because I've lived in suburbs before, and I've lived also in Germany before, where there's a lot of light pollution, and I never even looked at the sky for a very long time, until I actually started seeing an object in the sky by accident, more or less. It wasn't planned, of course. But since then, I've paid more attention to the sky, and I've noticed the sun, and I've noticed the moon, and I've noticed the stars, and I actually realized, hey, I don't know you guys actually, but this part of our everyday cycles. And then I started to follow these cycles and embrace them a bit more. Um, yeah, and here I am trying to teach myself the knowledge about how to live um, attuned to the natural cycles, and try to share that wisdom with you here as well. Um, but I'm really just winging it. I just will talk from intuition, and if you listen or read my stuff, that's what you get. You get me. You don't get anything else. You don't get anything that I've read. Um, I just really want to pass on the stuff that I resonate with personally, and that I'm currently also experiencing and living. Um, I think that authentic sharing for me is quite important at the moment. And yeah, there are enough other pages around, and um, yeah, help that you can get, which is by the book. Um, and I do sort of, if you're trying to find your own self, I do sort of recommend to also look into the dream space. I can also give you the name of some pages if you are interested to learn more about that. We're currently in the Serpent Wave spell, which also has to do, um, yeah, with bringing that empowerment really forth in yourself, and acknowledging and owning your shadow sides as well. That includes anything from sexuality to shadow traits. Um, we just really have to understand now that none of these are good or bad. It's only the meaning that we give them to. And we have to learn to forgive ourselves, to let it go and move on and be stronger. Um, yeah, other than that, I also recommend, of course, Taneshka's courses. She is the star of Ishtar and does men and women um, courses. And I think it is quite important to get back to what we used to be, become empowered in what we are, and not by what society or commercialism defines us by. Um, yeah, I do sort of struggle sometimes with my accent to get the right words together. Um, but I'm getting better at that whole video thing. Apart from that, the Gene Keys by Richard Rudd is also quite um, yeah, it will definitely bring you into a nice meditative contemplative state, and get you thinking about yourself and trying to find ways and how you can unlock your inner self as well. Um, but apart from that, all I can really say is breathe through it. Know that you're not alone. There are lots and lots of people that are going through big shifts globally as well. You can see the government is really struggling to keep up the facade. Um, yeah, just breathe through it. Be kind to yourself. Yeah, start living authentically. Get out into nature, um, and just do something that you're passionate about. Whether that is, going for a walk, or running, or riding a motorbike, or climbing the tree, playing with your kids. Um, just do something where you can really, really channel your whole self into, and yeah, just be yourself. I tried my best to be myself in this video, and it's really, really hard for me to do that because I'm not a very confident public speaker. But yeah, this place sort of seems to help to pull myself into center. Anyway, that's it from me here. I better go back to my daughter. Um, Enjoy that beautiful full moon night and also the weekend, and follow your heart and what your intuition is telling you, not what other people are telling you. It's really, really about you. You being empowered, you being in your own full strength, and yeah, it's really time now to realize that now is the time to love yourself. I've actually, just to quickly add to that, with all this talk about Valentine's Day yesterday and my own relationship sort of being a bit shattered, but we're still good friends. Um, I was thinking about how can I celebrate this day without, like, I don't want to. I wanted to give a Valentine's present to someone really special, and I thought long and hard about who that could be, and then I was like, it's me. And I wrote myself a Valentine's card, which hasn't arrived yet, but I'm pretty sure it comes at the perfect time when I need a little pick me up. And these are the things that we have to start doing for ourselves. Buy ourselves some flowers, um, treat ourselves to a nice meal, and yeah, and when you start doing these things for yourself, then the right people will come into your life that share that with you, or old people, and you can reconnect. But give yourself that freedom that you need to be yourself, and don't make it dependent on anyone. And that is a nice thing to contemplate this full moon tonight. Anyway, enough rambling for me now, and I'm just going to quickly show the camera around again so you can get a last glimpse of this beautiful sunset in the hills here. And I will probably be back next new moon. All the best till then, and much love to you.